Day 21. Man, it's been a real chore to actually kind of push this one out. I've been sitting here since like 7, just needing to do it. And it's always that hard thing. I even turned out the light, and pretty much I just put on this shirt, and I was just like, I need to make this. But it's so easy for me to just drop it and not care. But I want to still continue. Hopefully it pushes myself to do other things as well. Had some very introspective chats with a few people. Very, very nice. I needed a few of those. Gone back to eating better. Not, just better, but I guess better for, like, the weight loss thing. What else? Kind of flubbed on my Uber thing, especially back from FC. I've just been lazy. But I did realize it's like there is something I need to do, and I think I need to purchase just a bicycle, just because I need to stop spending money on Uber altogether and just use that. Because I think I did the math where it's just like if I just took 2 weeks worth of going towards work Uber, I could afford like any bike I want. But it's like there's a lot of thrift shops around that just sell used bikes that have just been pawned or whatever, so I can probably find one at like a decent price. So hoping to go there with probably like less than $100 and seeing what I can get. Probably need to grab some like mud guards or mud flaps or something like that, because it rains a lot here, and even just as I left work it actually started raining right when I went home, so there's no biggie on that one though, because it's a really, really neat thing living here and, hearing the stories of what Seattle is like and then actually being here. In Los Angeles, rain is heavy. Like, Seattle doesn't know what heavy rain really is, other than a game. But it's just the amount of rain that drops at a given, like, moment. Seattle has very, very, very light rains where it's like I can just put on my hood and it never even penetrates a very thin cloth, like just hoodie that you get from like Target or something like that. And it's like that's not heavy torrential rain. LA though, like Southern California, that is just monsoon levels of rain. It's insane. It doesn't happen super often. It's been happening very recently because of the whole like crazy weather change. But even cycling in that, like just the water kicks up from the rear tire with how fast I go. So it's like, yep, I don't want to get all my clothes dirty every single time I go on a cycle. Let's see if I can keep this one short just because I want to. Hopefully have a few friend planned things coming up. Today was day 4 in a row. I have Saturday and Sunday left. So it's another 11-hour shift today, and then followed by, hopefully, just a 6-hour shift. It's probably not going to happen, though, just because of how things work. It's supposed to be 5 to midnight. I don't think I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be out of there at midnight. There's probably going to be no way. So I'm probably going to have to be there from 5 to 2, like always. It's not going to be the worst thing in the world because this check will have, just this 1 week, will have fat overtime for the previous, or the coming month of what my paycheck should be. Which is going to be really, really good because if things all... If I'm a good boy, and I don't spend a shit ton of money, and I don't get any more fucking commissions, yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of that, I was really excited, this is probably my last thing, I was really excited that an artist that I have enjoyed for many, many years goes by the name of either Coilingus or Mortal Coils, depending on which website you go to. His snake art is top notch, like very, very impressive, and he's never open for commissions. So even like just before FC, he opened up, and even though I was just like, hey, no more commissions. It's like, of course I had to get one. And of course it was going to be over $100. So it's like, great. So, sad news is that he couldn't finish any of the commissions that he took on. So he's refunding all of the money that he got from people, which is okay for my pocketbook, but I really wanted the art from him because, yeah, it's I guess it's more of just that forbidden fruit thing where it's like, because the person doesn't do personal art, it's always like their specific art. It's very rare to get anything from that person, and the fact that I was so diligent and was able to get a slot and pay like immediately, it's like I was super excited. But now that can't happen, and that's kind of the sad part, because I think overall I was very much looking forward to getting a piece by them. But I do have, I did come across an idea. Some of you may notice that, let's see here, that not a single wall has anything that resembles art, except for maybe that. So I was thinking, what can I do to, like, what kind of art should I get? And at first I was thinking, it's like, well, I had, one point in time, I had wall scrolls of, like, animes that I really enjoyed. However, those animes are now kind of, like, out of date, lame, and no one really knows about them, so it's like, wall scrolls of shit no one's ever heard of. So it's like, great. And that doesn't bother me as such, but I also felt like it was just, like, because I'm not really a fan of, like, those anime anymore. Like, I had one from, like, Ranma 1/2, I had one from Initial D, and I had one from Inuyasha. And I think the only one that I'm still kind of, like, a fan of is Initial D. But I have since given away those posters, wall scrolls, to friends. And funny, I should actually hit up one of the friends. They're local here now, but back then we were both living in Northern California. So it'd be interesting to see if he still has that wall scroll. So it'd be kind of nice. Let's see. So I decided that I went looking for websites that actually can make your own personal wall scrolls. And that got me thinking. I was like, all right, so what art should I have? And I've always wanted more snake art, except shit tons of my snake art is way too lewd to have in my room all the time. I might get one that's not, or one that is, but that'll come in time. I think for the most part, I still want to adorn my room with the snakes that I love so much in the furry fandom. And I've approached 2 of them already, and they seemed keen on the idea. It's going to be a long staking process, because the wall scrolls I think are going to be like $50, and I assume that the commissions that I'm going to have to get from each of them is going to be around 100 each. But in the end, I think I'll also probably be like more scrutinous about what the picture is, because I'm going to want like 2 specific poses, and each, I think the other thing that's kind of like awesome is that each one I've wanted to involve me somehow. So hopefully that all works out, because it's going to take some ideas. Other than that, another 11-hour shift tomorrow, or when I wake up, and then hopefully a smaller one. I'll chat with all later. See ya.